go over to this. Boom. You see the race schedule. It is a triple crown, as you can see. So, very nice for that. Just keeping an eye on things. We're gonna look over at the quality results real quick. Give me 1 second to get that up for you guys. All right, there we go. So we got 250s. We got Brad, KFC, Froxy. Then we have Ryland, Liposek, Cloud, Soderberg. KFC is your points leader. I think you might see it scrolling across. So yeah, KFC. Then Brad, and then Froxy. Then we got Ryland, Liposek, Cloud, like I said, Soderberg, Dr. Geo, Nicholas, Ethan, Corley, Dennis, Turbo, Ollie Roy, Scoochie. Then we have Eli, Samuel, and Randy. And then we go to the LCQs for the 250s. We aren't watching the 250 LCQ, we're watching the 451. But they got J Talon, Herfy, Mukai, Steve, Ren, Crispy, Frederick, Victor, Krivanos, Leo, Andrew Dingus, Potter, Max, Crazy Boy, Leonard, Zakar, Childers, Mason, Jay, Venet, Remy, and Glow. And then we go over to the 450s. Was Cam P1. He had almost a full second over everyone else. So crazy work out of Cam there. And then we had Neon, Davey, Miles, Boy, Dorian Mayer, Aiden, Linz, Chase, Jake, Callum. And then we had a bunch more. As you can see, it's going down. Gotta change over some of my things. I did get a new overlay on just because I don't know. Wanted to change it up. The last one I had, I'm sure you could tell, it was a little hard to see how many seconds behind people were. So I changed that, make it a little easier to see. So, and then we scroll over to the LCQ list for these guys. It's going to be Pickle, J7, Joku, Ashford, Meeks, Dizzle, LaFloyd, Yachty, Lorenzo, JVO, Seba, Fish, Peter Larker, Boxiel, Cromsey, Laurent Dumois, Hunt Dog, Keen, Logan, VDR, R2 only, and TK. And then we head over to the point standings. 250s, like I said, it is KFC leading by a point over Brad, and then 3 points over Froxy. Then they got an 11-point gap down to Ryland, Zaire, KJL, Nicholas, Olleroy, Dylan, and Locortisol, who is Aqua, who did not make it last week. So then we go over to our 450s. See, round 5 is absent, but now Cam has a 26-point lead over Jake. It is now over a full race points lead that he has. And then Reed is P3, TJ P4, Boy 5, and Linz is going to be 6. Yes, sir. Well, I ain't watching the 250 LCQ, so if he makes the mains, I might be able to give him some, but I got Trojan, Aiden, Chase, and Callum. So all right, your points. Neon has missed a couple rounds. Everyone else has made some. Boy missed one. Looks like Callum missed one. And then everyone else inside the top 10 has made them. And then Neon is the first one to miss a whole bunch, but he's in P11. So if he could have made some more, he would have made it. Those two, well, round 3 and 4, he just couldn't make it out the LCQ. And then last week, he had some unfortunate circumstances where the game just made him retire as soon as he crossed the line after lap 2. So a bit crazy work from there, but that is a little rundown of what's happening here tonight as we wait for these LCQs to start. We only got 19 people in here now. We wait and see since I am in here. Yeah, since we're here, I'm gonna run an ad so we don't get any during this LCQ. It's only gonna be a short one though, so gonna get about a minute and a half. Yes, sir. No, it's that time. We should be good enough to roll on in here. Got about 3 minutes till I think they start. So there is that going on. Yeah. This. Boom. Like I said, new overlay, but we still should be good to go. Should be able to see everything just fine. And now the names, for some reason, aren't going to go over them. So we got Pickle, JS7, Joku, Ashford. Somebody just went to turn the pits there. Lorenzo, Boxiel, Fish, LaFloden, Dizzle, Laurent Dumas, Peter Larker, Hunt Dog, Keen, R2 Only, TK, VDR. We have JVO, Meeks, Chromesy, and Yachty. So, grabs are up. We'll see who gets a good jump here at Indianapolis. First race of the night, heading into a Triple Crown. See who the top four to make it in. Long gate. Gate is finally down. Somebody looping out just a tiny bit. And then we'll see who gets a good drive into the corner. Looks like somebody pushes him wide. Laurent Dumas going to get in there early, but it's Pickle getting the whole shot ahead of everyone. A bunch of chaos behind him. Everybody's going down. A little bit of cut there from Laurent, and then JS7 coming from off track. Then we have Ashford into P2, P3 for JS7, P4 for R2 only. 5 for Larker coming on through around the right-hand side. Let's see if he can go around the outside of him. They both case Supercross triple. Cuts under him, square up, gets the drive. And then Dizzle gets into the back of him in the whoops, and down he goes. So now it is Peter Larker battling with JS7 as he goes down at a P4. And Joku's going to get by. VDR is trying to get by him. And then we'll see what can happen. Oh, a bunch of mistakes in this rhythm section. Very small, tight track, but somehow it is still challenging. We finally see Dizzle up again after that crash in the whoops. So he's slowly moving forward, trying to catch up to Peter Luck here. Dizzle staying left-hand side here. Go to the middle rut, get the triple out of the corner. Now he's right on the back of that final transfer spot. Goes for the triple in, gets it cleanly, goes to the right-hand side of him, makes it pass, and into P4 goes Dizzle. So now he is on the bubble and he has to hold on. Can't get the triple on. That's going to cost him a bit of time. Peter Larker looking down the left-hand side of him now. Scrubbing to the inside. Does he go for it? He decides better of it and backs out. So he gets a better drive through the whoops. They're both getting a little squirrely. Peter Larker holding on to it just barely there. But we'll see what Dizzle can do now. He has to keep moving forward. He's got 3 riders ahead of him. 2 of them are battling just right there. Peter Larker cases a tiny bit. Gives Dizzle a little bit more breathing room to hold on to this final transfer spot. Somebody down, that's VDR in the background going the opposite way. So it's looking like Hunt Dog and Peter Larker are the only 2 to catch up to Dizzle, but Dizzle does have cuts probably from that crash in the whoops. And down he goes, tripling back onto the start straight. So now Dizzle loses that, has to double into this rhythm, double again. Does he get the triple? Goes for it, cases again, and here comes Fish, a black rifle. Dizzle moves Hunt Dog out of the way. Now he has to move forward again, but now he has a bunch of riders behind him of Hunt Dog, Fish, and Meeks. Case for Hunt Dog. Meeks gets into him, kind of gets a little squirrely from it. See what can happen as everybody's struggling with the whoops. Oh, and Dizzle's down after the whoops. Quick reset. Haas back on track just barely, but now he's in a whole bunch of riders. All of them right ahead getting squirrely. Fighting Joku. Finally get in the mix here. Trying to make a pass. Dizzle's trying to scrub past all of them. Goes around the outside. Meeks goes down. So he gets Fish and Meeks. Now he's got Hunt Dog up ahead of him. And then he's still got to catch up to Peter Larker in that final transfer position. Going to stay on the left-hand side to get that third rut. Joku moves LaFloden out of the way. Case for Joku, though, from that triple onto the start. You see your top 4 slowly starting to move away from all these guys. Oh, and down goes Hunt Dog in the rhythm section. So now Dizzle only has Fish right behind him, but there's Peter Larkin still up ahead going through the whoops. Going to keep an eye on these guys and the final transfer spot of Peter Larker. Looks like Dizzle has even more cuts now after the whoops once again, so it's going to cost him. He's going to have to pass him and then absolutely leave him in the dust to even have a chance at this thing. He crosses the line. Fish is only like 1 or 2 seconds behind him. And he puts him 1 second ahead of him, so Dizzle might have about 3 seconds of cuts here. And he made a mistake there, so that's going to cost him even more time. Can't get the triple onto the start. Fish is going to go around the outside and get by him into P5 for sure on track instead of just on timing and scoring.
And then we got Peter Larker battling Ashford for the final, or sorry, for P3. These guys don't want to go down together. Peter Larker cases, almost goes over the berm, saves it somehow, and through the whoops he goes. Doesn't have a good drive, gets a little squirrely, makes it just fine. Laurent is down at the end of the whoops, but he was able to pick it back up. They got 2 laps left to go here, possibly 3, depending on how quickly they get around this track here. But now Dizzle and Fish are closing in. Looks like Laurent has some cuts, so now he's behind Fish on timing and scoring. So he's got to get a move on here and make it past Peter Larker. Try to move even farther. There's a mistake from Larker. Laurent gets into him. Down he goes. Both of them, of Fish and Dizzle, get by. So now this is a fight for the final trim spot with Dizzle and Fish. He's got 3 seconds to make up, though, because of the cuts. We'll see if he could do it. He's got to hope for a mistake, or these two going down. Peter Larker makes a mistake, still sends it, cases, bounces in the air. That's going to be the mistake that Dizzle needs. Now he just has to hit his marks and move on forward, and now he could safely get into that final trim spot as Larker's keeping it close, though. He's got around Fish. Now he just has to move forward. Fish keeping it steady, though. Looking down the left-hand side, backs out of the challenge. Goes down the inside to make the pass on Dizzle. It is last lap here in the LCQ. Dizzle has a shot to make it, but he has a bunch of cuts, gets squirrely onto the start straight. Losing so much valuable time that he needs, and Fish gets in the way there. Cut takes the line away from him. Cases a tiny bit. Down he goes. Dizzle avoids him. That's the kind of crash he needs. Only can double in. Goes for the triple. Cases that. Has to double here. Can't get it cleanly. Goes for the triple. Cases that as well. And now he's got Laurent right ahead of him. So this is a close fight for the finish trim spot. Gets the triple on. Passes him. Fish down the left-hand side. Does he send it in? He backs out. And now Dizzle has to start pulling away. He's in it right now, but I don't know if he fully has a chance here. As who three goes. We'll see if Dizzle has enough time. He does it right now. He's got to beat Laurent by a second. Laurent sends the triple. I don't know if it's enough for Dizzle to get him. It goes across the line. Laurent gets him and Fish gets him. Dizzle barely misses out by half a second off of his cuts from the crashes and the whoops. So Dizzle has it on track but could not get it done via cuts. And that is going to be your top 4 advancing into these triple crowns for the 450 class. Is going to be JS7, Ashford, Fish, and Laurent Dumas going on into these 3 motos to earn some points. Dizzle not happy. Unfortunate. That is gonna be your LCQ. Let me get the Triple Crown overlays up. Oop, definitely have that wrong. So go boom, boom. Oh, actually.
Let's see how many sets of gear we got. We got all the Black Rifle guys. We got Froxy's stuff. Do we got KFC's bike? We do. He didn't send his gear. I don't know why he sent his bike, but not his gear. Crazy work from him. Let's see. We got Ollie Roy, KFC, Brad, all the heavy hitters. Then we got Froxy, Ryland, Cloud, Nicholas, Dr. Geo, Corley, Turbo, Ethan, Dennis, Scoochie, Eli, Samuel, J-Town, Ren, Liposek, Randy, Leo, Leonard, Soderberg. Revs are up. We'll see who's going to get a good start. You got all your heavy hitters down the inside here. All lined up next to each other of KFC, Brad, and Froxy. 1, 2, and 3 in that order. Gate is down, and through they go. Into the first corner, it's going to be KFC and Brad. Brad gets sent a little wide, and KFC is going to get the whole shot here. And we'll see if he can continue on his reign that he had at Daytona. Down the inside goes Froxy. He's going to have to go double, table over single. Then Nicholas tripling on. Brad barely cases the triple on, but KFC leading here early in 250 main number 1 here with that red plate bike. Somebody's down in the back on Froxy. Hits him, gets a little squirrely. He's able to save it. So it is KFC, Nicholas, Brad, and then we got Froxy, your top 4 here. Froxy could not get the quad in there. Nicholas is going to get the triple out on Brad and retain that P number 2 spot. And it looks like The Nova team is now swapped over to SKR as a new team name. Lipusek down the inside takes out Nicholas. And now we have Froxy sitting in P4 still. He's got Lipusek up ahead of him, gets the triple on that Husqvarna. Gets the triple into the rhythm. Cases a tiny bit. Does he get the second triple? He still does. Gets it cleanly. Little Superman action from Lipusek here. And then around the outside he goes to get the triple on. Does he get it cleanly? Cases a tiny bit. You see Scoochie down going the opposite way. And now we see Brad slowly closing in on KFC. Brad was your fastest qualifier, I do believe. So we'll have to keep an eye on him. See how fast he could be. Looks like he has a little tire tap, but case for KFC. And now is Brad. Around the outside he goes, following KFC's right behind him here, setting up for a good battle. Remember, he is, I believe, 1 point down in the championship heading into tonight, so he's looking to make a pass on his teammate. Looks like they do have the same bikes of that Bud Racing CDS machine. So the two teammates are getting the triple in. He had a small mistake, so KFC pulled the gap back out on him. And then through they go, gets the triple on, nice and clean here. We'll see if Brad can close in just that tiny bit and make the pass once again. Oh, little bobble for KFC. He's able to hold on at the end of the whoops there. Brad closed in a tiny bit. And you see, yeah, he's getting a tire tap here compared to just going to the roll and then using it as a table over single, and it's gaining time on everyone, including the leader KFC. That's where he closes in, and then he loses it about the other half, but now he's right on his rear tire. They're both staying left to go double. Outside for Brad to get the triple more cleanly. He gets it, both of them do. Into the first rhythm. Brad saves lower. KFC mistake. Can only double. And Brad is into the lead here with 7 minutes remaining in this first 250 main of the night. We'll see what KFC can do. He can remount a charge, but Brad is looking real fast here. And now these two are 7 seconds up the road of Froxy, who is third in points. Coming into the night. Oh, front flip over the bars. Barely saves it. Does not end up saving it after the double. And here comes Froxy on that CBR machine. See just what he can do. Gets the table over single. Has to go double. Does he hit the triple into the corner? Goes for it. Gets it cleanly. So now Brad has a 5-second gap over KFC here with Froxy sitting in P3. Let me go back a little ways. It's Lipusek tucking the front end, and now Nicholas is going to get by him here. So it's now Nicholas in P4, Lipusek P5, and then it's going to be Corley in that P6 spot. Barely getting the finish line is Soderberg. Oh, and a big collision between Ollie Roy and Eli are down, and Cloud just barely avoids it. And then we see all these other riders coming through the finish line. But still up front, it is Brad getting through the whoops here. Mistake for KFC is going to go all the way around the whoop section. That's going to give him some cuts there for that. And then here comes Froxy. So he's going to be able to close in just that tiny bit as it's down to 3 seconds down between them. Couldn't get step off clean. He's going to get the triple in the corner as Froxy cases the triple in the middle. And we'll see how many cuts he gets. Crosses the line, and now he is behind Froxy because of those cuts. So he has 2 seconds of cuts now from that whoop section by going around it. Froxy gets the triple into the corner to the outside. Gets the triple back onto the start straight here. Just if he could hold on. They're almost up to lappers here as Brad has actually got by one of them of Samuel. Then he's got a whole bunch of them through the whoop section that he's got to get by. So it's 5 minutes remaining. It is going to be close for Brad as he's getting by all of them through the whoops here. A whole cluster of them that he just blew right by as they were all struggling in the whoops. So that made it real easy for Brad. And now we'll see what KFC and Froxy can do through them. Some mistake for one of them of Randy. So that's one of them by for KFC, and he breaks to let Froxy through. That's a good lapper right there. Somebody down out of that inside right. He's going to cut all the way to the outside to avoid him. And now KFC is through. And now we're going to see if Froxy can get by him just as cleanly. They're all starting to spread out compared to when they got him. Off the track it goes. Don't know if that was intentional or not, but now they're all getting out of the way and making it super easy for our leaders to get on through. Here's Turbo, and then now we see Brad once again closing on in. So it's all starting to spread out. Your top three really separating themselves from the rest of this group. Froxy, KFC, and Brad. Your top three, you know, they've been that way almost all season. Froxy had a bad start at Daytona, but was able to work his way through all the way to about P5, I do believe. And down he goes right here. Could not get the step off cleanly. So a mistake from him. That's going to cost him some time. And now KFC is for sure going to have that P2 spot, even with the cuts that he has. So your red plate holder looking to defend here to at least keep it close towards the end. He has to barely avoid the lappers going down there. But he's got to keep it close with Brad here, at least going into the final one. As Brad makes a mistake of his own. Don't know if it was with the lappers or not, but now KFC is close. He does have those 2 seconds of cuts to worry about. Brad cannot get the triple on. Goes double, table over single. KFC into the lead on track. We'll see if he could hold it with cuts, though. So through the whoop section they go. KFC getting through him cleanly. Brad following in pursuit. Get him about even there. Brad gets the tire tap line. It's going to get him side by side. Down the left-hand side he goes. See if he can get it cleanly. He goes to cut under. Gets the right-hand side over the finish line. He's going to get him a little dualies action. Looks like Brad has a second of cuts. Oh, and misses the rut there. Don't know exactly if he just got forced into a rut or he tried pushing it too hard and unfortunately made mistakes. So now KFC has a bit of breathing room. Brad does only have 1 second of cuts compared to KFC's 2. As Turbo mistake down, Brad barely misses him. It definitely spooked him a little bit. You saw him jump off track there. But he's going to get the drive to get the triple on. And if they're not careful, Froxy is not too far behind them. So these guys got to be super careful here in the final 3 minutes and a lap of this main event. So through we go. Looks like Dr. Gio having some problems. KFC mistake with Leo. There he goes. So now Brad is right beside KFC. He's caught back up to him, looking down the inside here. Goes to follow him. They both go double-double. They got Leo up ahead of him. See if he moves out of the way. He does, kind of in the way of KFC. And Brad's going to get by KFC here. And through he goes. He's going to go triple. He's going to triple again. He's got 2 sets of lappers of Eli and Ollie Roy. They both make a mistake into Brad. And down goes Brad because of it. And then he gets stuck once again. So there goes Froxy. He's going to catch up to him. And now Froxy might get by him. And now he does into P2. He goes. And KFC can't get the triple. So now it is a 3-way battle for the lead here between Brad, KFC, and Froxy for this first main event. And we still got 2 minutes on a lap. Oh, Leo. Got to move out of the way. You already caused one problem. Oh, Froxy almost got into him. Checks up, has to go double. Double again. Around they go. Truly, I do not know where Zaire is. Do not know what happened to him. We're just going to keep an eye here for now and worry about that later. So we'll see. Brad is going to get past Ollie Roy. Now Froxy down the inside. Ooh, almost got into him. But makes it clean. So can he get the second triple? He barely gets it. Can he get the last one? He does. Single in the corner. So now it is KFC, Brad, and Froxy all still at the front of the pack here. I would look at more riders for you guys, but we do have a close to a 3-way battle for the lead, so I kind of don't want to turn off this. See, as there goes KFC mistake again, and Brad is into the lead one last time here, crossing the finish line, and we'll see if he holds it based off of cuts. Now it's 0.2, so I think Brad got another second of cuts from that crash, and now him and KFC are equal, and Froxy is the one with less seconds of cuts than them, so I think he's at 0, and these two have 2 more seconds. And then Brad almost getting into Corley. Corley jumps off the track. Now they got a group of 4 up ahead of him. So Brad and KFC, 2 seconds of cuts. Froxy might have 0, and that's keeping him close in this. Soderberg and Dennis, they're keeping it close. Oh, KFC barely misses Soderberg. That could have been a close one. There goes Dennis flipping through the whoops. And now they got 15 seconds. We'll see if he gets to the finish line in time or if time is going to expire. And down he goes, trying to hit that tire tap line. Cannot get it cleanly. KFC, we'll see. They got 5 seconds. That's 4, 3, 2, 1. Time expired. Not in time. They did not get to the finish line after it expired. So it expired right as they crushed. So they got 2 laps to go here. So that is not what either of these two wanted. Not what Brad wanted, but definitely what KFC wants now that he's in P2 here. Froxy went down behind. Might have got caused with the lappers. Don't know for sure. So now he's 6 seconds down. So this is your fight for the win here with 2 laps left to go. Now about a lap and a half. Here we come through the whoops. They both get the Supercross triple. Oh, and misses the rut. Rear end kicks him out sideways. Now he's going to get even more cuts, but we don't know where Froxy fell all the way down to. We're keeping an eye on him. There he is. All the way back here, and then Eli's in the way. So it looks like Brad with the stroke of luck and being smooth here and staying up. He is back into the lead, and now it is the white flag here in 250 main event number 1, and now he has a big lead over KSC and then an even bigger one over Froxy, who looked like we were going to have a three-way battle for the lead here, but then the mistakes happened, and Brad was able to capitalize off of all of them. Now he just has to get through the lappers, keep it smooth and consistent. Almost gets taken out by one there, gets past Scoochie. Left-hand side, we'll see he's got one more run through the whoops. Does he get it cleanly? They're always tricky on these 250s, gets it smooth. Now he's got his tire tap line. We'll see if he hits it or if he just plays it safe. Goes for it, gets the tire tap, gets the triple. Coming across to take the 250 main event number 1 is going to be Brad to win it here after a hard-fought battle between him, KFC, and Froxy. And then there he is, and now it's going to be KFC coming across P2 here. Oh, a battle to the line. Dennis gets Leonard. They lapped all the way up to P8 here. And then Froxy is going to come across in P3. It's going to be Corley. It's going to come across here 12th. Dr. Geo 13th. Then we see Liposek come across in P4. And then we got a whole bunch of lappers coming on through. So it was a hard-fought battle, but it's going to be Brad, KFC, Froxy. Wait till all these other guys get on through, and then we will leave and jump into the 450 main event. Once they all cross the finish line here. And there is Cloud, your final one to cross. All right. There we go. All right. And then let me... Boom. All right. And then there. All right. 450 main event number 1. Oh, we got all the pink is in, boys. Forgot to mention at the beginning of the stream, it is St. Jude since / breast cancer race, I do believe. We'll see everyone. Oh, Cam, come on, No Moto Academy stuff. Where you at with that stuff, Alex? Come on, man. But reds are up. We'll see who gets a good start here. Waiting for the gate to go down, and there it is. See who gets a good drive here. Looks like someone maybe out of the middle here. And then Aiden is going to get a good one. It's going to be Jake and Davey, the Element FXR boys. Somebody's front flipping its pit. But all the Element FXR boys of Jake, Aiden, and Davey, just like last week. And then we got Cam finally moving on through. Lynn's looking down the inside there on the 3 machine. But Cam getting past Davey. Now he's looking to get past Aiden here as Aiden makes a little bit of a block pass. But square up from Cam. Goes all the way to the right side. Down he goes at the whoops. Moving over. And so now it is still MNFXR 1, 2, and 3. And then we got Reed in P4, Lynn's P5, Dylan, and then Cam getting back up. So see just what these guys can do. Lynn's looking down the inside, getting a little bit block on Cam here. Down the inside goes Cam. Oh, crosses over. Almost goes down because it just missed the rut and almost took out Lynn's. And then through they go here. Now going for just the triple. Looks like Aiden is down out of P2, and now Lynn's is going to get by him here. Kind of crosses up on Aiden. And then Boy is going to get by, so even more Element FXR boys. Lynn's kind of matching him. So he did get the gear from him this week. And we got Pitt and TJ moving on through. His Pitt has to go around the outside. Laurent from the LCQ. Ashford from the LCQ. Trojan. Oh, a little bit of chaos here. Oh, my God. Everyone is down up ahead. Lynn's, TJ, Boy. And now it is just a cluster of riders. There's even more people down. Dylan is down. Cam working his way through. Now there's 5 riders up ahead, all in pink here. We got Lynn's and Boy battling with Cam and TJ right behind him. And here they come. Oh, Cam trying to do something with Lynn's there. Don't know if he was just going for the line or not. These guys do go outside to get the triple, but it costs him, and down he goes. So just taking the little bit slower line and losing about 10th. Quad in for TJ. Gets the triple. And now he's right behind Lynn's and Boy here. You see, I'm going the other way is Jake. He's got a 6-second gap over Reed. And now TJ trying to find a way around Lynn's here. And then Lynn's making his way through the loops. Got a little sketchy there. TJ trying to square him up. Goes to the table over single. They both have to go double, then they're going to triple into the corner. Lynn's has the inside. TJ square him up. He does. Cuts under. Tries to get past him. Side by side dualies. Over the finish line they go. Oh! Barely saves it off the finish line. Around the outside, he tries to make it. Linz kind of cuts him off. Cutting back inside is TJ, and Davey is off the track here. Going into there. These guys going the triple route once again. Case for Linz. Case for TJ. Linz goes down because of it, and here comes Davey, Cam, Ashford, and then Dorian Merritt trying to make his way through. Linz hops back on track. And then we finally see Neon for the first time here with JS7. Looks like Ashford makes mistakes. We're going to go back up front to Aiden and Reed. As now Aiden has got by Reed for that P2 spot here in the first main event. So we got to see as Jake makes a mistake at the finish line, and Aiden is into the lead. Don't know what happened there, but he was just stuck all the way here. Could have been a Pabosa physics where your front end tucks, but it doesn't make you go down. It just dragged him all the way into the manager's box there, or the tower. And now Jake is down in P3 with Aiden and Reed leading the way here. Then you got Boy right behind him, so it is Reed and an Element FXR sandwich, kind of like Cam was last week. So through they go, and you see TJ, Cam getting past Davey, moves Davey out of the way here, gets the triple on. And through he goes, Jake having even more problems, don't know what's happening with him. So now he's got the Moto Academy boys right behind him. So does Element FXR and Moto Academy filling out your top. It looks like 7 right now. Oh, Case there. Try to get the tire tap line and goes over the bars head first into the landing of the step off there. And Neon's going to get by him on that VDR machine. So keeping an eye on all the battles here. It looks like TJ's trying to make a move on Jake. Looking down the inside here. Does he get the quad? He goes for it. Gets it cleanly. Gets the triple, and then he's going to triple into the corner, and that's going to give him a gap to hold on to that P4 position. Now Cam right behind him, the 2 title favorites, 1 and 2 in the championship. TJ has to single, double the Supercross triple, and they both get by. So 1 and 2 in the championship, battling right here for 4th and 5th. So see just what they could do. Looks like someone up front had a mistake. I think that is Reed. No, it is one of the Element FXR boys. A Boy making a mistake after it looks like he got by Reed. So now Cam is slowly moving forward. Boy makes a mistake, tucks the front end. So now he's got past one more of them. He's up to P4 now. Now he is slowly working his way to the front, as we've seen him do so many times this year. And that is why he has the red plate. Can't see it because Alex can't send in skins. But he does indeed have the red plate and the points lead here tonight. So we'll see just what he can do. Makes a mistake. Does he get the triple? He cases, and Boy's going to get back by him. We'll see if Jake gets a run on Reed. Gets a little squirreling move, saves it somehow, and they're slowly catching up to Aiden, who's your leader. So it's about to be a 5, maybe 6 rider battle here for the lead. Jake cases a step off. Boy cases it himself. Cam does not, and now he's closing right back in on these guys. So now we'll see what the Element FXRs and Reed can do. Cam right on the back of them. See if he can make a pass, or if he's going to be patient and just wait for something to happen. They're all going quad in here. Goes to the triple. Reed getting a little squirrely up ahead. Makes it through the rhythm, though. And through they go, slowly catching up to Aiden, your leader right now, with Cam scrubbing lower than Boyd. Looking down the inside of him. Gets the middle rut, cannot get it cleanly on the exit, and makes a mistake through the whoops. And Jake is down at the end of him. Gets a little squirrely and face plants right into the double. And now Cam is right behind him. Like I said, 1 and 2 in the championship. Now they're right back to battling again. And we'll see what they can do. Oh, tiny mistake for Cam. Also to a time, and now Neon is slowly closing in here. So Cam now has to regroup and try to move on forward. It looks like Jake looking down the inside of his team at a Boy. Can he get the triple? Cases. And now Cam is right back on him. But does he get the quad? No, he has to check up to the triple. So does Cam. They both case it. Gets shot off the track for Jake. Cam gets it cleanly, and through he goes. Past Jake. Looks like Neon's trying to do the same. Down the inside he goes. Takes the line away. And through goes Neon. So now Neon getting past Jake as well. So that's 2 spots he misses just from not getting that triple out of the corner. And now it looks like somebody's down at the end of the rhythm. Oh, front flip for Cam. Barely saves it. Aiden was down. The end of the whoops, and now it is Reed and Boy battling for the lead here, with Aiden having to regroup and try to make a charge. They still got 4 minutes left in this main event to make something happen. Got a 3-way battle for first and a 3-way battle for 4th place now. So So trying to keep an eye on both of them. We'll see if Boyd tries to make a move down the inside of Reed. He's right behind him. Gets the triple out of the corner cleanly. Looking down the inside. Does he get the quad? Reed goes for it. Boyd gets it. Does Aiden get it? He cannot. And now Reed. Oh, Boyd goes for the second quad. Reed does not. And he lands right on him. And down he goes. Reed somehow saves it. But Boyd gets launched off the track. And here is Neon. Looks like Cam might have had a mistake battling with him. And now he's back with his teammate TJ, and now he's right behind Boyd. So now Jake, somehow going from P5, he's now has a shot back at the win again in just a lapse time. Oh, but he cases, and Aiden and Jake both goes down. And here comes Neon out of nowhere into P2 with Reed leading the way. So it looked to be Element FXR Moto Academy winning this first main event. But here comes Neon and Reed of Black Rifle and VDR making their way through these big group of riders. Jake makes a tiny mistake. Boyd tries to get by, and they're side by side, collide in the air. Oh, and Cam cases. TJ barely misses him. Has to triple in for all these guys. TJ cases. Cam has to double. And then through they go. Now down the inside goes Cam. Tries to make something happen. Don't know if he can. Neon makes a mistake to the whoops. Reed makes a mistake of his own. Neon trying to get back on. Goes down. And here comes Boyd to P2. His bike was not stopping for a little bit. And now Jake and Aiden, TJ, and Cam all get past Neon from that tiny mistake. Neon jumps past both of them. Lands on Cam. Cam could not get the landing clean of that. And Neon paid the price for it by landing on him. So now Cam looking down the inside. Takes him out even though it was Cam's fault for not getting the step off cleanly. And now through they go. So now we're going back up the way. Reed and Boyd are battling now. It is, looks like, nope, they're lapping Fish of Black Rifle Copy. So it is still Reed leading the way over Boyd. Boyd looking down the right-hand side. Gets the triple on side by side over there. And then here they go through the loops. Who can get it cleaner? Down the right-hand side goes Boyd. Misses a loop. He has to drop down into it. Jake barely gets by him. And now they're on to the start. That might give Jake a little bit of cuts. He kind of went to the inside. Reed makes a mistake with his own. Down goes Jake. Could not get the tire tap to the landing there. And now Reed, Boyd, Aiden, and TJ here with now Jake in that P5 spot. Neon, and then Cam, and then we see Linz once again. It was definitely a cleaner and more consistent race from the 250s than this one, like Froxy pointed out in chat. And Reed is down out of the lead here. So now it is Aiden up to the lead. He has somewhere here with TJ. And Reed absolutely sends it into the turn and goes over the bars. So now TJ is in the lead for the first time of the race after battling for so long with Aiden, Jake, and Boyd, the Element FXR Brigade right behind him. And down they go almost together with Aiden and Jake getting a little squirrely in the whoops. So now Tyler Jai can somehow get the win here after only being in the top 5 once this whole moto. And now we'll see just what they can do as now Boyd gets a drive looking down the left-hand side. He's going to go to kind of roll double into the corner. Tyler gets it just as clean. They make the triple. Here they come to the first rhythm. Do they go for the quad? They both do. They both get it. Boyd's going for the quad again. Does that happen? Same thing as Neon. No. Does not. Or sorry, is Reed. But they barely miss it, and they're going to have 2 laps left to go. What a scrub from Tyler J. Absolutely looking backwards at Boyd there. So through the whoops they go. Gets a double out of it. Down the inside goes Boyd. See if he has a drive here. Does not. He backs out of it. Go roll table over single. Gets the triple, and then he has the inside line here for the double. Tyler cuts over, and Boyd nowhere to go as he was in the air. It's a little bit of a cross jump there from Tyler, causing Boyd to go down, and now he's Aiden and Cam right behind him. Boyd getting his first podium ever, I believe, on the 450 last week at Daytona. Now he's fighting for a win here in the first 450 main of the Triple Crown. As they're all getting the quads here, so now they're all closing in. Time has expired. They got a lap and a half to go. As Neon has fallen all the way down to 9th here after battling for the lead just about 2 or 3 laps ago, it feels like. So through the whoops, whoo, what is that, a lapper? Whoo. But we got TJ and Boyd still battling, coming to the white flag here. They got a lapper of, it looks like, Plix right ahead of him. Tyler's hoping he moves. White flag, last lap here in the first 450 main of the night. And through goes Tyler. Can he get around this Lapper? Lapper kind of getting in the way there. Forces him into a mistake. Boy right behind him. Boy does have a second of cuts, it looks like. So does he get the quad? Goes for it. Gets it. They still got the Lapper. Please move out of the way. Do not ruin this race. And then he goes to the outside. Tyler, they kind of collide midair. Tyler somehow saves it. Scrubs. Plix is not moving out of the way, causing even more problems for these guys. And here comes Boy through the whoops. Plix down in the whoops. Thankfully out of the way of this fight. One more rhythm to go. I don't know if it's going to happen for Boy as Tyler, mistake from him. He's got to cross the line here. Down the inside goes Boy, but Tyler J is going to win the first main event of the night here with Boy getting P2. Would have probably lost it on cuts. Aiden's going to come across P3. Jake is going to be P4. And then it's going to be Cam in a P5. And then we finally have to go back to find the next group of Neon, Linz, Trojan, and Davey. But it's going to be Neon coming across the line in P6 to get him on cuts. Linz, Trojan's going to get Linz and Neon on cuts along with Davey. So it's going to be Trojan, Davey, Linz, Neon, and Reed, after leading basically all until 2 laps to go, is going to come across the line in P10 here. So after all that leading, looking to get his first win in the 450 class. All that just to end up in P number 10 at the end of it. So let me get a little quick screenshot here of that. And then just so that I can have it. So that I can, work on results of my own. All right. Oh my god, I need to hurry. Gate's about to drop. Oh my god, I was not ready for this. Ooh, almost missed it, but we here, boys. We ready. Gate is down here in the second main event of the evening. So he gets a good drive. Looks like KFC absolutely rocket out of the start, but it's going to be Brad and Cloud. Brad looks to get the whole shot here, with Cloud looking down the inside of KFC on the outside. 3 wide here in the first corner. Here comes Froxy down the inside once again. So it's looking to be almost your same 3 plus Cloud this time. And then Froxy down the right side. Case is a Supercross triple. And then through goes Brad and KFC, who got Quarley looking down the inside. It gets past both KFC and Brad through the whoops into that P2 spot. Misses the tire tap and down he goes. All that for nothing, unfortunately. Okay, KFC, even more cuts. Let's go, bud. Starting off the race off strong here with more cuts heading into getting of the lap. And then here we go. Cloud leading the way over Brad, KFC. Then we got Dennis, Corley, Leo, Ren. Looks like we have lost. Froxy has fallen down the order down to P10, it looks like. So here comes KFC. Brad looking to make a move on Cloud here early to try to get a bit more of a gap than what he had last moto. Not make it as stressful to try and get the win here. Through they go. Brad right behind him gets the tire tap down the right hand side. Somehow stays up even though they clip. Has to go double single to the corner. Trying to get around Cloud here. Could not get it done. So still has to make a move to get into P1 here. But Cloud got P7 in that first main event, so he's got a bit of wiggle room here, Brad does, to still hold on to the lead in this event. And through he goes after mistake from Cloud. In the lead goes Brad, gets the triple cleanly, goes for the second one, cases a tiny bit, Cloud gets it, and back he comes into the lead, goes Cloud once again, showing that he has the speed. Looks like KFC made a mistake behind him, and now Dennis is up to P3. So through they go. We're going to keep an eye on this. Brad makes a mistake, kind of. Almost goes down on the the Supercross triple. And now Cloud still holding the lead. Down the left-hand side goes Brad. Cloud mistake, goes double. He's going to triple in. Could not get it. So 3 goes. And Cloud is going to hold on the lead still over Brad. Trying to keep a decent gap. He has 5 seconds over KFC now. So that's good for Brad. It is now Cloud still leading the way, though. Gets the triple. Triple again. Case, tiny bit for Brad. It's going to cost him just that little bit of time. KFC even more mistakes. So here comes Dennis and Froxy. Going to try to keep an eye on both battles here. As KFC trying to get by Dennis. And we have Froxy over the Supercross triple right behind him. Looks like Brad made a time mistake in the whoops up ahead. So now KFC tries to get a drive down left-hand side on Dennis. See if he could get it. Doesn't look like it. Looks like Brad is going to get into the lead. The one time we look away, around the outside he goes. And through he goes into the lead. And then down the inside and in the lead goes Brad. See if you could hold on to it now ahead of Cloud. If Cloud makes a mistake, he's going to have to go double single. That's going to give Brad some breathing room as now KFC and Froxy are around Dennis. Around the outside they go to get the triple out of the corner onto the start straight. Do they get this triple cleanly? They get it. What about the second one? Even over jumped it a tiny bit. And through it they go into the rhythm. Gets the triple on off. They're already starting to lap people. Looks like that's Samuel getting lapped over the bars he went. And now here comes KFC and Froxy through the whoops. Battling for P3 now. So here they go. Oh, tiny mistake for KFC. What a cross jump. Somehow neither of them go down. But Froxy definitely would have had that pass done if KFC did not play a little bit of air defense there. Definitely not the racing you want, especially as a competitor, but it's the racing that KFC will give you. Ooh, little case. Gets the triple. Somebody's front flipping up ahead of him. That's Cloud. So here they come into P2 here. Cloud getting back on track next to KFC. KFC absolutely moves him out of the line. And now Froxy's going to triple on past him. So now second and third. Looks like a repeat. Oh, mistake from KFC. Froxy almost gets in the back of him. This is an exact repeat of our first moto, at least position-wise. With Brad and then KFC and Froxy. Oh, Froxy oversent it. It's going to have to go double, triple. KFC cased the triple, but it's only a double out for him. Down the inside goes Froxy, looking to make a move on him. I think Froxy has a ton of cuts because he is 14 seconds down. It's putting him 5 seconds behind KFC at the least. And over the berm he goes. Gets a bad kicker into the jump, or into the berm. And down he went over the berm. With Cloud making even more mistakes. So now he gets by. We see Brad cruising out front. Got a huge gap to someone, which is KFC, who even made a mistake of his own. I got Dennis, Froxy, and Cloud. So through they go. So now Froxy's battling with Cloud, and Dennis on track. Doesn't have him off of cuts. Gets the tire tap. Gets the triple, and past he goes on Dennis into P3 on track, but it's still all the cuts that he has are costing him big time. So around the outside he goes. See if he can catch up to KFC, but there's a 14-second gap as Froxy cases, and Dennis is going to get by him on track, but a 14-second gap to Brad as KFC makes a mistake of his own. The end of the rhythm absolutely moves and takes down Froxy. KFC is just absolutely taking out Froxy left and right, taking no prisoners of him. See what he does to the rest of the guys. And then down the right-hand side of the track he goes. Goes for the triple. Into the top blocks. Gets it cleanly. Cuts back over. And makes pass into P2. So we'll see if he could hold on to this time. Now it is up to 19 seconds almost on Brad. With the 2:58 to go in this second main event. Brad is long gone. He's almost hitting that final rhythm before the finish now. Looks like Dennis made a mistake. Is that Cloud? That is Cloud making a mistake. And now Froxy's going to get by him. But he has, looks like about 8 seconds of cuts or something like that. So an insane amount for P3 in the championship and getting P3 at that first finish. I mean, Dennis is holding his own. Oh, as they say, a little commentator's curse. He got P11 last main, and he was a lap down by the end of it. So Don't know if that's saying that he had more speed than last moto or if this track is really super close. I might have to go with the second one based on how this track always is at Indy. It's always a really close track. Not much you could do. Gets the triple in, gets the second one cleanly, and then triple single into the corner they go. So Froxy trying to make a move on Dennis here. Said still has a ton of cuts where it's not going to matter much. Dennis moves out of the way, might know that he has cuts. And through the whoops they go. Barely holding on. It's almost up to 20 seconds now that Brad has over KFC. Oh, Froxy sending it just to go double triple. He might be doing that on purpose. Might be better, easier for him to go double triple than triple double. It looks like Cloud and Dennis are down in the background, so that's going to help Froxy get even closer to a P3 finish by the end of this thing. Yeah, now he's 1/10 behind Dennis on timing and scoring. And we go up the way. We'll see if we can find KFC. There's Leo. And then there is KFC actually just up ahead of Froxy here. He is on a white bike, but that is a KTM. You can see on the left-hand side, they made a white KTM here. See by the plastics as well. Froxy on an actual Husqvarna, one of the 4 that are in this race. Think you'd see more, especially with Ken's dominating on it in the West Coast division of EU. But through goes KFC. We'll see how long he can hold on. And it looks like Froxy is ahead of Dennis now on timing and scoring. So now Froxy holding on strong here. He's got 21 seconds left. We're going to go see if we could find Brad. Haven't really shown him. That's probably a good thing. Oh, Soderbergh getting back on track. That he has not been seen much with a huge lead that he has because around the outside. And follow Soderbergh just across the line. So he's got 2 laps left here to hold on. And then you got Soderbergh and Dr. Gio just battling here. Gets the triple. Goes for the the third triple of the rhythm. And through they go. So time is now expired. Like I said, 2 laps left to go. About a lap and a half for Brad. See just what he could do. I'm looking for any battles. Don't really see any. I think Froxy might have caught up to KFC, but he's got to beat him by a lot. He's gotten past him now, but yeah, he's got to beat him by a lot. But with KFC stuck on lappers, might be a little bit of karma, honestly, for just taking out Froxy for seemingly no reason other than just being Froxy. But oh, and Leo getting into it. Mistakes for both of them now. Now KFC is back ahead of Froxy. Now it's 25 seconds in the clear for Brad. Yeah, Froxy checking up to do the double triple. Could not get it clean enough, so he has to go double, double, single. And then through they go. So looking up the way, it's going to be Brad here. As that battle is almost done just because of the cuts that Froxy has. But Eli making a mistake right ahead of Brad. Luckily he has the time. Just not worried too much about it. He's got one more rhythm here. Goes down the inside. He's going to get the step on. He's off. He's going to go the double, triple, and making it 2 for 2 here. It's going to be Brad getting the win in the second main event, copying his race of the first one, and winning by, it looks like, about 25 seconds now. We go back a bit. It's going to be KFC and then Froxy battling. Oh, KFC mistake. Froxy's going to get the triple-double. See if it's enough for him to pass him on timing and scoring. Crossing line P2. KFC does not get him, so now Froxy with the 3-2 is going to be ahead of KFC's 2-3 after that mistake in the final rhythm. It's going to be Leonard. And see all these other guys crossing the line, so it is going to be a tight battle here with Froxy and KFC tied heading into the final one. But now Brad now he has 2 points over, they're both 5 points. So he has a 3-point gap heading into the final main event. All right, let me... Cool, nobody got jump started. We in. We waiting. like I said, Cam, Reed, all the element are focus. Yep, English hard. Cam, Neon, Davey, Dorian, Merritt, Boy, Aiden, Linz, Chase, Jake, Miles, Callum, Choi, Reed, Venjami, TJ, Dylan, Pitt, Pilk, JS7, Ashford, Fish, Laurent. Revs are up. We'll see who gets a good jump here from the inside. Cam all the way far inside. We'll see if we can get it done here. Long Gates finally down. Somebody looping on the outside. And then through the first corner they come. It is going to be Linz and Cam. And it looks like it's going to be Cam with Aiden sneaking up the inside here. Reed jumping past him into P2. Getting all kinds of squirrely, but Cam leading early, just what he wants. Got Trojan up here early in a solid P6 spot right behind Linz in P5. And they got Neon kind of moving Aiden out of the way there. A little bit of a block pass to get past him into P3. And then by the end of the whoops, hitting the double. Here they come. They got Reed up ahead of him, looking down the left-hand side as Neon gets the triple-double. Could not get the pass done. Linz looking down the inside of Aiden, makes the pass into P4. Now he's got Neon and Reed up ahead of him with Trojan right behind him. So Aiden looking down the inside here. Linz getting the triple. Aiden has to check up there. Linz cases a tiny bit, but he's all good here. Has to settle for the triple instead of the quad. Oh my god, everyone is down. And the seas part, and Linz is into the lead here. So that's the first time we've said that all year. Happened at round 1. He got on the podium, but I was not here to stream it. With Trojan following him in P2. Then we got Aiden, Camry mountain here in P4, looking down the left-hand side of the whoops on Aiden. Gets past him in the whoops onto the double. And then through he goes. Oh, tiny mistake for Trojan. Cam trying to get by. Mistake for Linz. Trojan is into the lead now. Looking down the inside of Cam. Kind of puts a little block pass. Trojan leads a lap here in an aerial main event. Looking around the outside. Linz getting down the inside of him. Trying to make it happen. Oh, and tucks the front end here on the middle rut. Aiden cases the triple because of it. Reed looking down the inside of Linz. Could not get it done. Oh, and looks like Jake is down at a P3. So it's going to be Cam, Trojan, Linz, Reed, and then Neon, but Reed is going to get past Linz after kind of bumping his rear tire out of the rut there on the landing. So now Reed is into P3, Linz is going to be P4, Trojan is struggling at the end of the whoops with Neon sitting in P5. So Cam getting to the lead early. It's been helping him out here. We'll see if he can hold on to it. I'm pretty sure I said Cam. Oh, and Reed over the bars there. Might have been a little bit of net code because I saw Linz kind of slide out there. So might have been his retired net coding into him, making him do the front flip. Or just simply tucking the front end, either or. But now Linz into P3 with Neon getting the quad. Checks up for the double because he got into the tough blocks. Could not get it cleanly, so it cost him more time by doing so. Now I see a lot of the Element FXR boys and Reed. So still Cam leading, got Trojan in P2 with Linz in P3 here. Let's see how long they can hold out here. They got a whole bunch of riders behind them, but they just got to be smooth and consistent on this track, and they can have it. We saw it last main event. Everyone was struggling to stay up, and that's what ultimately cost a lot of people a chance at the victory. And TJ, who won the first one, is down in 15th place here. In the second one, Linz could not get the triple out of his corner. Now Neon is going to be right behind him. And his rhythm goes for the triple. Cases it a tiny bit. Does he get the second one? Cases that one. Goes for the last one. Gets that one clean. Around the outside they go. Gets the triple on off. Supercross triple cleanly. And now Aiden, Jake, Reed, and Boy are slowly closing in on Neon and Linz for that P3 battle. Go through the final rhythm section. Still got Trojan in P2. Neon trying to apply some pressure onto Linz here for that P3 spot. And then who they go back onto the start straight. Just had to change something real quick. Oh, good. But now Linz holding on steady ahead of Neon. Going into the rhythm section. Neon goes for the quad. Linz doesn't get it. He's going to go triple. Try to get by him. Could not. Over jumped actually that first triple after the quad. And Linz got by him because of it. So it's all these tiny mistakes that Neon's making. He's getting the faster lines, but he can't get them smoothly or consistently, and that's what's costing him time on a chance to pass Linz and even catch up to Trojan in P2. Same there in the whoops, even more mistakes, but luckily he's got some gap. Oh, Reed absolutely squidding out here in the background. So now Aiden is going to be right behind him. See if Aiden can make a move here. See, he did get P3 in that first one. Boy got P2, and he's in P9 right now. So P1 and 2 are sitting in P9 and P12 in this second main event. It's going to be all over the place here for the overall standings. See Fish, and now it looks like Linz and Neon are catching back up to Trojan here for that P2 spot. Through the whoops they go. Remember, Trojan is 2 positions ahead of Linz after the cuts that Linz got. It looks like we have lost Neon, so Reed is ahead of him now. So as a fight between Linz and Trojan, 2 YouTube stars getting it on here for P2 in the second main event. We'll see if Trojan can hold on here ahead of Linz. Into the first rhythm they go. They're both going triple. Linz cases down. He goes. Could not get it cleanly. And here comes Reed. Gets the quad off the track. He goes. That's going to give him some cuts here. And not able to get past Linz. But now Aiden slowly catching up behind him. Oh, boner air from Linz and absolutely frames the triple cross. Supercross triple cross. Wow. Words are hard combining them even. But we'll see if Linz can remount. He's going to check up and go double. Case the double. Gets the triple, though. Try to hold on. His cam is now 12 seconds in the clear. There's going to be a lot of overall shakeup. A lot of people are honestly probably going to be tied for this P2 spot here, since a lot of them are doing opposite of what they did the first moto. As it looks like Fish is up ahead of him, making a tiny mistake. And then Trojan is slowly pulled away from Reed and Linz. So Linz trying to regroup here, get back into P3, which would definitely help him out in this overall. As he makes mistakes in the whoops, gets swapped, and down he goes. And here comes Aiden here. Going to double down the inside, try to get by him. But Linz, I think, got up just in time. He's going to go outside here, go for the quad, jumps into him, gets launched to the right. Down he goes. And now all the Element FXR boys are going to go by. Here comes TJ. And then we got Boy Fish just trying to get out of the way there as a lapper. So that kind of cost Linz a shot at a decent overall podium. But he's not far out of it now. He just got to pass some of these guys as TJ could not get it to go single-double. They'll have to check up and do the triple-triple line as Linz is doing it up ahead of him, and they're smarter than that. Like first moto with Boy and Reed kind of landing on each other. But now everyone is still right up ahead of him. So Linz has a chance. Even Boy and Tyler all have a chance here, still catching up. We saw what happened, even with Reed, by being leading with 2 laps to go and finishing in P10 by the end of it. So anything can happen on a racetrack like this. See all the leaders go by. Linz had a Boy and TJ still. He's got Jake, Reed, and Aiden up ahead of him. Troy's still sitting in P2. He's 16 seconds down off of your leader of Cam. As Linz gets the quad, goes triple-triple around Plix. Everyone kind of moving him out of the way there. So keep an eye on Reed as Aiden is slowly closing in on Reed as Reed makes a mistake at the end of the loops. He's able to barely hold on to it though. Gets the triple cleanly, looking for the double. Not enough momentum to catch him off guard. As now it looks like Linz makes a mistake. He's back behind Plix here. Will not get out of the way. And takes down Linz, who will not be happy about that. Plix causing problems in that first main event. He's causing even more here in the second one. Not very aware of his surroundings as a lapper. So now we got a whole bunch of riders, and Reed makes a mistake. Looks like Aiden did get around him. Oh, as he cases, step off here. Reed cases a triple, jumps into Jake. Down goes Jake. Oh, and TJ gets by all of them, and Jake is somehow the only one that goes down there. As Boy survives it. So through they come. TJ is ahead of Reed. He's got to pull even farther ahead of him, and then he would be tied with Cam going into the final moto, as Aiden would be tied with them as well by going 3-3. Same with Boy. So we would be looking at a 4, maybe 5 rider battle, or 4 to 5 people tied going into this final main event for the 40 class. So just gotta keep an eye on that. But here they go through the final rhythm. They got a minute and a lap to go. Boyd looking down the inside of Reed. If he passes him, Boyd would be in. Actually, no, he has Reed off of cuts. If he passes Aiden, Boyd would be into P1 after this moto in the overall. So triple. He's going to double his way on through. And they see TJ ahead of Aiden. So that's going to actually put TJ up into P1 on the overall with a 1-4 score, beating Aiden's 3-3. As Ashford is down on the left-hand side of the track. And Cam's 5-1. So Boy has to catch up and pass. Someone, it looks like TJ's even trying to pull ahead of Aiden here. And he gets past him, so that's going to give him 1-3 scores here heading into the final one. So now if Boy gets past Aiden, that would put him... and makes a mistake. Commentator's curse. So Jake and Neon are both going to get by him as Boy collides with Reed after that tiny mistake there. As time has expired. Coming into this final race, it looks like Lynn's got a lap there. We see Troyden still holding on to a solid P2 from a charging Tyler as he goes down. So Aiden's up ahead of him. So that's going to cost Tyler the overall. I think right now he's going to be tied for it instead of having it all to himself as Aiden makes a mistake again. So it's actually going to give it right back to him. I believe maybe we'll have to wait and see by the end of it. But 2 laps left to maybe wipe. Yeah. 2 laps or last lap. We'll see by him. Unless Cam is just lapped up this far. I wouldn't doubt it for Cam. There's the last lap, so Cam slowly makes his way forward as Tyler's down again. That is going to cost him chances. Now Boyd's right behind him, so that might cost him a chance at being the lead of the overall. See how far down it drops, and Maiden cannot get the Supercross triple here. Oh, and Boyd almost lands on him. Here comes Reed through the way. You got to keep an eye on this battle as Cam is slowly coming to take the finish line. As TJ down the inside of Aiden makes the pass here. Every pass helps him. He's got to get P5 to at least be tied with Cam for this thing. As Aiden goes down and almost takes Reed with him with the quick reset. Coming through here as Cam goes to lap. Neon trying to make it through, but Cam's going to win the second main event. He's going to lap Neon in the process. So he got all the way up to P8 of lapping people as now Reed gets by Aiden. And then we keep an eye on everyone up ahead. They got the lappers in between Jake and Troychin. They got TJ and Boy battling. Oh, TJ crosses up Boy and down goes Boy because of it. That helps TJ, though, in the overall with Boy kind of going down there. But it's going to be a Trojan coming across in P2 in the second main event ahead of Jake. Oh, Jake got him on the line by 0.03 of a second off a cut. So it's going to be Jake and then Trojan and then TJ, Boy, Aiden, and Reed. So let me kind of do points here. It's going to be Jake with 4-2. It's going to be tied with Cam for second. It's going to be TJ on a 1-4. So he's going to have 5 for P1. It is going to be 6 for Cam and Jake. And then I'll have to keep an eye on who all else is going to be with them. Boy's going to be a little bit behind. Everyone else is going to be just that tiny bit behind. So, luckily, I got a screenshot of that. Well, it's all the sim guys who like know how a simulation game can work on like dirt bikes. So, I don't know. I got there in like 250, 300. But gates are ready to drop here for the final main of the night. Let me get these up there so I know some of the results. And down is the gate. We'll see who gets a good drive. Looks like Ollie Roy backing out of it early. Because, oh, someone getting sent there on the outside. It's going to be KFC, Brad, and Froxy with Liposec and Corley getting in the way there as well. Or not getting in the way, just being up there. So there is your usual starting order as Liposec gets put over the berm. I don't know if that was by KFC or Froxy, but down the inside is KFC on Froxy's. Corley gets into it. Oh, and KFC just sends both of them over the berm. KFC has an agenda on Froxy, but it's also Froxy, so take that with what you will. But it is Brad leading early, trying to get a win and take the red plate, as he already has a 3-point gap over KFC, so he just has to finish within 2 spots of either KFC or Froxy to win this thing. So we'll see if KFC can make something happen here. Oh, mistake from Brad in the rhythm section. Here comes KFC. So you could get on by him. Oh, and over the bars goes Brad. Tucked the front end and went flipping out of the corner. Here comes Nicholas, J-Tal, and Eli. Dennis, that is enough spots to cost him the overall win here. And then down the inside he went. And then, yeah, now he has to get past at least 2 of these guys to give himself the overall still. Oh, could not get the step on cleanly. He's going to have to roll. Might be getting a little nervous. We'll see if Brad can just corral his thoughts, get back in there. He's got 8 minutes and a lap to catch back up, and there's 2 of them right there. Those are the passes that he needed to get the overall. And now he has Cloud right behind him. Oh, and never mind, Cloud is over the berm, and Eli is down behind him as well. So there is a bunch of carnage behind him that is helping him out and not KFC here. So we got to wait and see. Brad is in good position. Like I said, he's got that 3-point buffer over KFC. So he just has to finish 4th or better with KFC winning to get it. And now he's past Jay Talon into P3. It's going to help him out even more. Doesn't need it. Doesn't have to force a pass, but I'm sure he'd prefer to get past some of these guys and have some clean air of his own and not have to worry about being so close to other people. So around the outside he goes on Nicholas, and into P2 goes Brad with KFC still leading. Brad jumping to the outside. Ooh. Almost couldn't get it. So gets the triple cleanly. Goes for the second one. Nicholas still in that P2 spot. I swear I downloaded the skins. Guess I don't know. I swear I downloaded them. Comes Brad. Well, I don't know. I think I did, but also he sent me a bunch of skins that had a bunch of different models in it, and I'm like, I ain't gonna download those. Oh, and down he goes. Brad smart barely avoids him, just checking up there, and through he goes. So now it's gonna be Nicholas still P3, J Talon P4, Scoochie P5, P6 is Froxy now with Ollie Roy right behind him. It's a tiny mistake from Froxy, but he's gonna hold on here. He's got a bunch of cuts actually. Said he's P6 on track, but he's down to P10 off of cuts. So just like every other race, he has a bunch of cuts. Same thing with KFC. He had a bunch of cuts in the first 2 races. That's kind of what cost him on some positions. Cost him on a chance to beat Froxy. And then down the inside goes Brad. And we'll see if he can hold it together. We're going to try to find some battles here. Got Nicholas all by himself. Your top three all kind of spread out from everyone. Then we got J-Town and Froxy slowly moving through. He's got Scoochie that he just got past. Couldn't get the tar tap clean. He's going to double. Brad missed the finish line just as we went away from him. So he lost a couple spots. Not enough to lose. Or sorry, he lost just one spot. It looks like he had that much of a gap. So he's still got 5 minutes to go. See just what he could do. We don't have Liposek. He is... Where is Liposek? Oh, he's P6. Oh, Eli, mistake. Oh, turbo into him. Oh, and everyone is just carnage. So it is just problems for everyone in the back of the field there, just getting on at start straight. So Liposek went 4-4 the first two races. So a quiet and solid P4 right now in overall. He is, let's see, he's 3 points behind Froxy and KFC. So he's got to beat Froxy by 3 spots to get P3 in the overall. So he's had a quiet night, but definitely solid. You know, one of those riders that we didn't really talk about, but he's keeping it. And then Nicholas was even there. He went 5-6. So a lot of these guys having solid rides, but it was just so many battles out front. The top three were that quick that it just barely got to talk about them. We have Ethan back here. He's down. Oh, we're only back in 13th. So let me go back up to Froxy real quick. Oh, who's that? Oh, that's Soderbergh. Cool. I saw a white bike, blue gear. I thought that was Brad, but it was not. Oh, Dennis making a time mistake into the loops, obviously with Jay Talon and Soderbergh. So now Froxy is up to P4. And then it is Liposek and Scoochie P5 and P6. So, like I said, Liposek's solid, quiet ride here. Looking to get a solid finishing position of P4 in the overall. I think he might be P4 in the standings. Oh, Nicholas is down ahead of Froxy. And he was also down ahead of Brad because of it too. So now Brad is up to P2. Froxy up to P3. See if either of them get it off of cuts. But it doesn't matter. Like I said, Brad has that 3-point buffer. Because a 1-1-4 would be 6, and it would be 6. So he has to get actually third or better to beat KFC. Almost had that math wrong, thinking it was fourth. Nope. He has a 3-point lead, so he has to finish 2 spots or closer. Might have been what I said or not. I don't know. It's hard to remember things. Long night. Froxy trying to jump through here. He's still in P3. Going to get P3 overall unless something bad happens to him. As Samuel front flipping in the whoops. Got 2 minutes remaining here. Brad, mistake. Here comes Froxy down the left-hand side. Cuts up to the inside. Follows him through. Takes the inside rut. Cannot get it cleanly. Over the finish line they go. Oh, Froxy has 5 seconds of cuts compared to Brad. Or 5 more seconds than Brad at least. This ain't even going to be remotely close for a fight on track. Or, sorry, on timing and scoring, it will be on track. And we'll see what Froxy can do here. So a good battle to watch between, looks to be P1 and P3 in the championship after this round, as long as they could hold it together here and not lose too much time to anyone else. They get past Ryland of Nova. So I think Nova is still a thing. So KFC and Brad just left Nova for SKR after doing good with them. And then Ryland went from, I think he got on Nova. I don't know if he was on Nova. I don't know. I should stop trying to keep track of people swapping teams. It's going to cause me a headache with how many times people do it in this game. Oh, shocker. Paying people, you run out of money by paying people on bikes. Because you literally get nothing from it. Like, I don't know. I know people don't get advertisements on this game to like. They don't see. Oh look, somebody on Nova won. Let me go buy something on Nova. Now you're like, oh cool. It's fucking a guy was fast at a dirt bike game. Cool. Yeah, but yeah. So now we got Froxy ahead of Brad on track, not ahead of him on timing and scoring. Yeah, it's all. Yeah, everybody has the biggest ego on this game when it comes to racing. Like all the old people in the game, I guess, kind of don't because they're all like they don't really care anymore. But everyone Froxy, KFC, all the people that are kind of newer to the game as of like the last 2 years, maybe 3 at most, just don't really give a shit and will race you however they want. Like you saw KFC racing Froxy like that. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I get paid from Twitch. I don't get paid from anyone else for doing these streams, so that's how I make my money on this game, is just streaming these for you guys. But it is the last lap. We'll see what these guys can do, but it looks like KFC might get the win as Brad Cases. Doesn't matter. He's still going to be close enough for it, but we go up front to your points leader. As he gets through this final rhythm, he has to get past some lappers, but he's going to finally get one done on the Triple Crown. He's not going to let Brad sweep it. He's going to go a 2-3-1 to get P2 in the overall right now. It looks like Brad... There goes Froxy, and here comes Brad. So Froxy's going to come across line P2. He's going to probably get P3 after cuts. Ooh, had a hiccup there. But Brad is going to win your overall by coming P2 here by with a 1-1-2 to get a 4 overall score compared to KFC's 6 and Froxy's going to go 2-3-3 for a 8 overall score. So 4, 6, 8 is your top 3, and then Liposek getting 12 for P4 overall. 4, 6, 8, 12. It's going to be Brad, KFC, Froxy, and Liposek. And now Brad is going to have a 2-point lead heading into the break next week. And then it is going to be Froxy, who is going to be, he was, I think, 2 down off of Brad. So now he's going to be 5 down off of Brad. Oh, yeah, Miles is this dude that has 262 on the gear, but is number 261. For Ariel. Well, now gates are up. We'll see if we can get this thing going one last time. Revs are up. Gate is down. So you could get a good jump. Cam might not be too upset. Linz gets a good jump here. Cam down the inside. He's still going to get the whole shot here over Boy. And Linz is going to try to triple on by him. Gets the next triple. Does he double into the corner clean? But Cam is going to get it. The dude who won 250's hit was Brad, and then KFC second, Froxy P3 were your top 3 in that box, yo, for whenever you do the MXP paddock. But then we got Cam, Jake leading here with Linz and P3. Like I said, these two are tied in the overall right now heading into the final one. So whoever beats who here is going to get it. And then looks like TJ is buried almost dead last with Reed here. Oh, Cam makes a mistake. And through goes Jake. We'll see if he can get it done. Here he comes. Could not make anything happen here. Oh, Cam tucks the front end and Jake into the lead, and that's going to give him a chance to close back in on this title fight. And then here comes Troy Jen, Miles, Linz, Reed at JS7. If TJ was up here, he could help Jake close even more, and it looks like Linz down at the whoops, takes down JS7 with him. But Jake leading the way here with 10 minutes remaining after just starting this final main event of the evening for the 40 class and the entire night show. Cam holding on strong here in P2, but he's got to beat Jake to win this overall. Said they are tied. TJ was 1 point ahead of him, and then it was Trojan and Aiden, who were 3 points back of these guys, but 4 points back of Mr. Tyler Jai. So Trojan looking to get P3 in the overall as it stands right now, with how far down Tyler J is. If TJ could not get up to P6 or get up to P5 or better than Trojan, if he stays P3, he's going to get P3 overall here. So we'll see if he can hold on to get his second podium of the year. Got one in San Diego, I do believe, for Trojan. Get another one. But Jake leading the way with Cam, looking to get right beside him, looking down the inside, thinks better of it, follows him through the corner to get the triple on here. Gets a step off, scrub over the Supercross triple, into the whoops they come. We'll see if they could get a good drive here. They both get a good one. Cam might have had a little bit better one. We'll see just how far I could close up on him. Oh, mistake for Jake stepping off, and Cam is going to get past him in the lead and the overall lead. So Jake trying to move his way forward here. Down the inside, he has to catch back up to Cam and make the pass here. It wouldn't be much. It would only be 3 points, but that could be huge whenever we are at the halfway mark, being within still that race distance with anything that can happen when it comes to this game. So Jake kind of losing a little bit of touch to Cam here. Trojan's still sitting in P3. He's got a decent-sized gap over Davey, Reed, and TJ. So right now, Trojan would have the P3, but if TJ can get past Reed, he would have P3 in overall here. So we're going to go back and watch that. We see Lynn's actually on the backside of Tyler, as it looks like Reed trying to get past Davey down the right side in the whoops. Gets it done into P4. Goes Reed on Davey. Now see if Lynn's can do the same on TJ here. Lynn's cannot get the tire top line, so he has to check up. TJ going down the inside here. Still has Davey and Reed up ahead of him. He does have the pace. Did say he was feeling it on this track. He's got a bad start last moto. So need to wait and see what happens for him. It is a winner-take-all here between TJ, Jake, and Cam. It looks like Jake is ahead of Cam on cuts now. So he makes a mistake of his own. We'll see whenever they cross the line how many cuts he got. So it is 1, 2, 3 seconds. And it looks like we have lost Cam. He missed a timing gate. We'll see if it brings him back. But Cam has missed a timing gate here in the final main. It looks like it finally caught him up. We'll see if it does. I'm trying to see where it put him. No, he is still falling down the order. Cam missed a timing gate. And now he is down to P18. So we'll see if they reverse this afterwards. So they're going to race as usual, with Cam leading on track and Jake with that missed timing gate. So see what happens from this. As now it is showing Cam down in P18 because of that missed timing gate. And it looks like Tyler J is caught all the way up and past Trojan, so that's going to help him out plenty. As right now he is sitting P3 on track, P2 on timing and scoring because of that Cam mishap. Because you saw it wasn't because his lap didn't count. He missed somewhere around here because that's when it stopped counting for him, was somewhere in the whoop section. Because he's already falling down the order by the time he got to this part of the track before he even crossed the line. Have to wait and see what happens with that. But Jake is leading right now. We'll call it as if they will count his lap time. If not, we'll look over it in future races. But Jake leading the way right now. He's got Cam right behind him. Goes for the quad. Gets it cleanly. Cam cases. Gets a lucky bounce. Probably not luck with how skilled they are when it comes to knowing this game and then how it bounces you. And we got TJ sitting P3, Trojan P4. But if they let this continue, it is going to help out Jake massively in this points and title fight. But Jake looking to get, I believe it's his second win of the year here. As another one went to Tyler. And I believe Cam has won all the rest of them. So here comes Jake through the first rhythm, getting past Plix. As Cam is down behind him, and there goes Ashford. TJ not close enough to make anything happen there. Through they go. I would assume that Cam knows that he missed a timing gate and his lap did not count. So we'll have to wait and see what happened to him, because lap did not count around here, because that's when it picked back up again, was counting him around this spot or around the whoops. But we're going to keep an eye on him as Jake's still leading the way. Got a huge gap. It looks to be probably about 8 seconds to Cam. So Jake taking the reins on this race. He did pass Cam. If he does know what happened, it probably flustered him a little bit, got him a little upset, maybe nervous because of what happened, and maybe not fully knowing how this would be ruled. But Jake, he took the lead, and now he's starting to pull away from Cam, so he's making even more mistakes. Oh, and there goes Plix in the background as Cam getting around all the lappers. And now Jake coming up to lap Neon here. But we got Trojan battling Davey for P3 on timing and scoring. Get by him. Trojan will still get a P4 overall, even without this. So just got to wait and see for him. We'll see what Trojan can do. Kind of cases a quad. I just thought TJ was a little closer to someone. Let's look back a little bit. There's Fish as a lapper. Then we got Boy. We got Reed and Dorian Merritt getting into it. And then Callum is going to get by. And then Linz and Miles as well. So here's a big battle we should keep our eye on. Oh, and Linz is down in the whoops. That's not what I've heard from other people there, Emmett. Oh, Miles kind of cased it, so now Reed is going to get a drive here in the final rhythm. Looking down the left-hand side, kind of jumps. Oh, goes under him. Now jumps over him down the right-hand side. Oh, Jake just absolutely moves Neon. It looked like from our perspective might not know what actually happened. But now we got Linz. And then we see Aiden here down in P9. He's ahead of Linz off of cuts. Linz tries to jump by Miles. Goes triple single. And he's going to double. As Aiden is going to try to jump by both of them. Go to the triple into the corner. By both of them goes Aiden. And I believe that is up to P8 maybe on track. With Reed and Callum up ahead. So time is almost expired. We got Dorian Merritt going down there just that tiny bit. Ooh, small mistakes from these guys. Maybe the road causing some problems here. Lynn's trying to jump by Miles. Gets it done. Goes down the inside. Now he's Dorian Merritt and Aiden still up ahead of him as he sits in P9. that. This is a good battle. I'm gonna go to try and find Davey and Trojan. This looks like Trojan got by Davey as Boy is down on the takeoff here. See what Boy can do here as Callum is gonna jump on by him. And we got JS7. Yeah, it's still got some unrealistic lines like that quad in, kind of like that step on, but you know, they gotta take it where they can. His time is now expired here for Jake. We gotta find out where he is. Looks like TJ has closed in just that tiny bit, and Cam is still ahead of TJ. You want a cookie, Tanner, or what? Well, yeah, I mean it's definitely can be, yeah, you know, hours, but I mean, hey, you know, tracks are difficult, but it's also it can end up being one line based on how difficult he gets. Oh, down he goes, but we got to go find the man who's getting it done. How far ahead is he? Am I just dumb? I am dumb. I can't find him. And then where is he? God damn, am I blind? I am blind. Well, I missed it somewhere, but Jake is finally moving through the pack. I gotta find him. I cannot find him for the life of me. There he is, lapping his team. He's gonna get the final moto, and it's gonna give him the overall, and at least 3 points to Cam, depending on where they make him cross the line at. If they count his lap, he's gonna come across the line P2. It's gonna get TJ is gonna get P3 across the line, but P2 on time and scoring. Cam up to P9 after all that. Just based on passing people on actual timing and scoring. TJ P3, Trojan gonna come across in P3 on timing and scoring, P4 on track, and then so that's gonna be, if they count Cam's lap, if they give it back a whole lap back to him, Trojan gets P4. But if not, then he gets P3 overall after this, and Jake gains a hell of a lot of points because he had everyone else. Boy went at 7 to 6, so I'm trying to do math here, but if they leave this as is, Cam would get not fourth in points, or not fourth overall, maybe fifth overall, because Boy beat him, so he might get fifth overall. Yeah, he'd get fifth overall. So that'd be 5, 7, 8 points that Jake would gain, putting him to 18 back. But if he only gains the 3 to give him his lap back, could bring it to 23 after tonight. So those are your points. I think TJ has passed Reed. I'll see if Ryan uploaded it, and then we could go over that. But just got to keep an eye on it all. But for now, I'm gonna go to here. We're gonna talk for a little bit. And then we're gonna double check if points are done. All right. They don't have him in. All right. Well, I gave a slight rundown on points. I believe that is going to call it. Until next time. Thank you guys for showing up. Yeah, I explained some of it. Like, obviously, I know you gotta like edit, so it might be a little skewed for later. But I explained most of it. It's gonna be those guys. I will see you all next time. And yeah. Peace. Next week is a week off. Ooh, forgot to announce. I will be missing round 10. I will be out of town, so I will not be here to stream round 10 for you guys. So yeah, it honestly might be a 2 weeks off for streaming. So yeah. But until then, I'll see you guys later. We'll see if we run a race next week for Glendale. If not, oh well, see you in 3 weeks. I have no idea. They might announce that. But I don't know if someone's taking over or not.